I finally received the full Samsung Galaxy S20 lineup. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the goodies I got from ordering from Samsung.com, as well as a size comparison to other phones that are currently available. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. Now, I did order all of these on Samsung.com. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. So first up here, we have the Samsung Galaxy S20. So here the S20 is a 6.2 inch screen. So here inside the box, first up, we have some different documents, quick reference guide, getting the most out of your phone. And then here we have a SIM ejector tool to take the SIM card out of your phone and put it into your new one. And then here it also mentions that inside the box, the phone already has a screen protector installed. So we will get to that in just a minute. And then also inside the box here, we have the Cosmic Pink phone that I have ordered. So this is actually going to be for my wife. So that looks awesome. And then we also have in the box the AKG headphones. So these are USB-C type headphones. There is no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So it's nice that those are included. Here you have a USB-C cable, and then here you have a super fast charging brick. And then you also have these little earbud sizes in case you want to increase the size of the earbuds that come. So that is what comes inside the box. Now on most Samsung phones, you probably didn't notice this, but there's actually some extra protective layers at the top and the bottom of the phone. So make sure you do that to fully peel all of the stuff off of the phone. I think we got it. Now previously inside the box, you would get one of these USB-C to full USB OTG cables. And what this allows you to do is transfer your data from your old phone to your new Galaxy device. I ordered from Samsung.com and it gave me the option to get one of these for free. If you don't have one, that's not a problem. We'll get into another video all about how to transfer your data from your old phone to the new phone, but you might need one of these if you're coming from an iPhone. So we'll get to that later. Now, first, I do want to mention that there is a screen protector pre-installed. So here up close, you can see that the screen protector is there. It's not covering the camera lens or anything, but there already is a smudge or something on it. So that's really not great news, but that's okay because we have some other screen protectors we're going to be testing out as well. So let's boot this up. And first, because this is my wife's phone, she is actually coming from the Galaxy S10. So we're just gonna do a quick comparison here. Now, since I did mention the screen protector on here, I wanna show you that after a year of using her Galaxy S10, we have kept the pre-installed screen protector on here. And so here you can see that it has quite a bit of damage on there, especially when I put the light to it. But the good news is it's protected the screen pretty well. So even though it's all scratched up, but that means that the screen underneath is most likely in pristine condition. So here you can see that she bumped up against something or who knows what it was. There's a tiny micro scratches all over this, but that's not the actual screen of the phone. I can peel this off and it will be in great condition. So we'll get to that in another video. But there you go. You can see how well that screen protector will last over a year. So if you want to just keep that one on without buying another one, it's going to do a pretty good job. But there are a lot of other options to really enhance that screen protection. So next I want to mention the buttons are over here on the left side, the volume button and the Bixby button on the S10. And then you have the power button over here on the right side. On the S20, there are no buttons on the left side. And now you have the volume on the right side and the power button. And that's the same with all the S20 devices. I'm actually really excited about that. That's where I like my buttons. The Pixel has had the buttons like that. And so that's really nice to have. So now let's take a look at the screen size. So let's just jump right in here into the phone. So here you can see the screen size difference between the S10 and the S20. The S10 has a 6.1 inch screen where the S20 has a 6.2 inch screen. So not a huge difference there. Some of the other main differences is you can see the camera bump at the top is on the side there, and now it has moved to the middle and it is much smaller. So it's not taking up as much space, and the bezels around the outside of the screen are much less. And then here you can see that there's not quite as much of a curve on the side. I can definitely notice it here So there you can see it's much less curved over there on the side compared to the S10. Not a huge issue, but a lot of people didn't like the curve as they felt their screens broke a lot faster. But with the S10e, Samsung started using a more flat screen, and so it's nice to see that over here on the S20. And then looking here at the bottom of the device, no more headphone jack. So there you have the USB-C charging port on the bottom as well as the speaker. And then up here at the top, you also have the speaker, and it is very small, hidden inside of the screen. And then moving to the back of the device there, you can see the change in the camera position. So it's now been moved around and rotated, and it is a little bit bigger bump. And here you can see the thickness. The S20 is definitely a little bit thicker, but you do get a bigger battery as well as better cameras. So that's going to be exciting to check out. So there you go. That is a quick size comparison between the S10 and the S20. Now, because the S20 is the cheapest model of the Galaxy S20, even though it's at $1,000, I do want to compare it to some of the sizes of the other phones. So here I have the Galaxy S10e. So these are the smaller sizes. So here you can see the S20 is a lot taller than the Galaxy S10e over here, but the screen itself is about the same width. And again, that curve is not there. Now, one thing about the S10 and the S20 is the fingerprint is inside the screen, where the S10e has the fingerprint over here on the side of the screen. So if you're looking for something that has a capacitive fingerprint scanner, that is going to be over here on the S10e. And then over here, I have the Galaxy A50. It does have a 6.4-inch screen, so it's a bit bigger than the S20, but it does cost a lot less. And then here you also have the Pixel 3a. So just depending on what size of phone you want. And of course, there are a lot of features here in the S20 that we'll get to in other videos. But there you go. That is a size comparison with the S20. Because I pre-ordered from Samsung.com, they did give me quite a few credits. So here I ordered these N700 AKG headphones that I'm excited to check out, as well as I got this silicone cover. So we're gonna throw this on real quick. Nice teal inside there. Ooh, and that's a nice fit right there. There are a ton of different Samsung cases available, and I'll be doing a full review of tons of cases available for your Galaxy S20. Let's move on to the S20 Plus. So here inside the box, you have the same information as well as the SIM card ejection tool. And here we ordered the Cosmic Black. And then inside here, we have the same thing. We have the AKG headphones, USB-C charging cable, as well as the super fast charging power brick. So here we have the S20 with a 6.2-inch screen and the S20 Plus with a 6.7-inch screen. So there you can see it is quite a bit bigger. And then here on the back, very similar with the camera size and everything, the S20 Plus does have the depth vision sensor camera if you're looking for that. But there you can see the size comparison. But there you go, that's the S20 versus the S20 Plus. And then here we have the S20 Ultra 5G, and this is a 6.9-inch screen. So the biggest of all the S20 devices. And I'm typically using the Samsung Galaxy Note devices, and they are huge. And this phone is even bigger than those. So we're gonna check that out in a minute. And then here inside the box, you have all the same stuff with the Ultra that you did in the other devices as well. All right, so here we have the S20 at 6.2 inches, the S20 Plus at 6.7-inch screen, and the S20 Ultra at 6.9-inch screen. Now, I didn't mention this before, but like the S20, all of these have the same button layout, the same USB port at the bottom, and speaker, as well as a speaker grill at the top. And the only real difference is you have bigger batteries in these devices, and then you have different cameras. So you have the depth vision sensor on these. And then the S20, the S20 Plus have 10 megapixel front facing cameras, where the S20 Ultra has a 40 megapixel front facing camera. And then on the back here, you have a 64 megapixel camera on the S20 and the S20 Plus. And then you get a 48 megapixel camera with also a 108 megapixel camera on the S20 Ultra. So we're gonna dive more into those cameras and what they can do, but here again, here is the size comparison. So right up next to each other, the S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, and the Ultra is just massive, and it is much thicker than both of these devices. So if you don't like big phones, do not get the Ultra. There you can see how much thicker the S20 is than the S20 Plus. And then here you can see how much thicker it is than the S20. So a really big device there. So pulling in some other devices, here is my Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which has a 6.8 inch screen. So the S20 Ultra has 0.1 more inch, so it's 6.9 inches. But it is a bit thinner, so it's not quite as wide of a screen, which is kind of nice to have, but it is just such a big phone, even compared to the Note devices, which are always the big boys in town. So there you go. That's the S20 Ultra versus the Note 10 Plus. And then here we can see a comparison with the Google Pixel 4 XL. All right, there's a change in the wallpaper, so you can really see the difference between the Pixel 4 XL and the Ultra screen. So just a huge screen at 6.9 inches. Man, we used to just have tablets that are only 7 inches, and now we have a full phone that has that. Here again with the Note 10 Plus, you can see the size there. I definitely will be putting cases on these devices just because they do cost so much. So that's highly recommended. Again, this has the pre-installed screen protector. So out of the box, you're protected, but I would recommend adding a little bit more to the rest of the phone. And there's the S20 Plus versus the Ultra. So not a huge difference, but if you like big phones, either one of these is going to be great. If you're not a fan of the big phone, I think the S20 is a really nice size. It just fits really nice in the hand. It's going to be very pocketable and easy to use. So there you go. There's the difference between the 20 and the 20 Plus again. Here is the S10 versus the Ultra. Huge difference there. Here is the S10e versus the Ultra. So major upgrade. And since I didn't mention it before, the Ultra actually comes in at $1,400 full price. I ended up getting the 512 gig version, so I think it's like $1,600. So if you want a phone that's going to last you a while and has pretty much everything, the S20 Ultra is going to be the phone for you. And then here is the A50 with a 6.4 inch screen versus the 6.9 Ultra. Now with the S20 Plus, we ended up picking up a USB-C headphone jack. So if you still have headphones you want to use, you can get this adapter. So that's nice to have. And then we got some Galaxy Buds Plus in the black version. So we got some good credits with the S20 Plus. And then with the S20 Ultra, I ended up picking up another silicone cover there, and I wanted to upgrade some of my smart home stuff. So I ordered a SmartThings multi-purpose sensor, smart bulb, and a motion sensor, as well as a wireless battery pack. So I got lots of credits with the S20 Ultra. Again, if you pre-order from Samsung.com, they give you quite a few extra freebies. So there you go. So I know that time has passed, but just for future reference, now you know. So there you go. That is the Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra. Hopefully that answers a few of the questions you have. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comments below. We'll be going in depth into what these can do and a lot of the new features that will be available on these devices. So make sure you hit subscribe below if you haven't already. If you want to transfer all the data from your old smartphone to your new Galaxy S20s, make sure you check out the videos over here on the side. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.